Alright, so in this video we're going to be talking about the parallels between the gym and business. I do have my iPad with me, so I will be reading off it. I will try and do my best to look directly into the camera. There will be quite a few cuts, so if you can't handle it, that's fine, but what I'm about to say is super fucking important. I think it's going to be really useful for you, so you don't want to miss out on this. Do not skip this video, keep watching. So straight away, when you're in the gym, you do not start off benching 120 kilos. You usually start either with the fucking bar, or usually it's around 60 kilos, all right? Depending how big you are, if you did sports before it, like rugby or American football. But the way to get from 60 kilograms all the way up to 120 kilos bench is not by just suddenly jumping there or analyzing the perfect technique, no. It's the simple element of incremental improvements, meaning you just add 2.5 kg plates on every time. Now, obviously the human body doesn't quite work like this, and that's fine. No one's expecting it to, but it's the principle. If you'd almost be better off adding like 1.25s on, to be honest. But the point is, it's incremental. You don't suddenly try and jump up huge weights, because not only do you risk injuring yourself, you're also probably just not gonna fucking do it, let's be honest. If you're only just benching 60, you're not gonna be able to fucking easily bench double it, right? But the point I'm trying to get to is progressive overload, making things a little bit harder each time. Like if you imagine a staircase going up like that, you don't want it's not just like a poof when you jump all the way to the top step. If I ask you to stand at the bottom of 12 steps and I ask you to try and jump all the way to the top, you haven't got a fucking shot in the world of doing that. No one can do that. And there's nothing wrong with that. The point is, it's like you just take one step. Maybe you can jump like 3 or 4 steps up at a time, and that's great. You're probably on steroids. But the point is like just incremental improvements, progressive overload. So, and business is the exact same. You increase your load through controlled reps. More output, more clients, more responsibility. Just each time, little by little, progressively overloading. Now here's where most people get it wrong, and you might want to pay attention to this just in case you are doing these things yourselves. So there's 3 categories, and I'm going to name the first 2 so you can find out exactly which one you are. The first one is they do too little. You've all seen it if you go to the gym. The people doing curls with like the 2 kgs. Look, I get it, Tristan fucking Lee or whatever his name, he did it, but like he's on steads too, alright? No one gives a fuck. He's a cool dude. He does what he wants. But the point is, like, you've still got to lift something heavy. If you're having to do like 40 reps of 2 kgs, it's just like, fuck you doing, bro? Pick up the 10s. All right, time under tension. Now, the other type of group is the opposite. It's the ego lifter. The people that try and deadlift 200 kg and their spine literally looks like a fucking rainbow. It looks like a bridge. All right, you don't want that shit. You're going to injure yourself. Stop it. So, how do you actually find the middle ground? Well, I'll tell you. The first thing is to cut all your excuses. Actually look inwards. So if you're an ego lifter, you might burn out and say, oh, the gym doesn't work because, you know, all I got was fucking injured, or I look like shit. It's like, yeah, because you're not trying to train the muscles properly. You've just stretched the fuck out of them. Similarly, the people that do too little, they complain it doesn't work because they never put enough volume of reps in or intensity. So like, oh, I did 30 bicep curls with 2 kilograms. There's like the little pink ones. They're like, my biceps aren't growing. It's like, how many times do you train biceps a week? Well, like once, sometimes I don't. It's like, I train biceps 3 times a week. I do 4 different exercises for 3 sets each. It's like, you know, sometimes even more than that. But the point is, you've got to look inwards. Are you making any of these excuses yourself? If you are, here's how to stop making those excuses and fix yourself so you can become the third type of person. The third type of person, what they do is they take full accountability for themselves, they track their workouts, and they look at the data, they iterate based on it, and they improve because of it. They improve a hell of a lot quicker because they can see exactly where their bottlenecks are, right? So if that's the gym, you might have a look in the mirror and you see your shoulders are like fucking awful, but your chest is pumped. You're like, right, let's just reduce the volume on chest and make sure we're pumping our shoulders up until they're, you know, not necessarily equal, but like to where your proportions are what you enjoy. Similarly, it's like, oh, my biceps aren't growing as fast. Well, how many reps are we doing each week? Oh, we only did like 100 reps. Right, let's fucking up it to 300 and let's just see what happens. Do tests. Okay, that was too much. We were too fatigued. Right, let's drop it to 200. Okay, 250 seems to be the sweet point, right? You don't need to go full science-based. Like, I think sometimes that does just kill the fun out of the gym. Like, sometimes you do just want to lift heavy-ass fucking weights. But the point is, like, the more accurate you want your shit to be and the faster you want to improve, track your data. And the second thing is like business, like content, like the gym. It takes time. You don't go in there and just because you've lifted 200 kg on a deadlift or you benched 100 kg, your chest doesn't suddenly grow in, like double the size from one session. You have to bench 100 kg like for many, 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 many sessions, right? And it's just like, if even that, right? Because it's months of compounded growth. And then it's like, the only way you can increase that is by volume, and then obviously fucking steroids. But obviously you don't need to do steroids. We don't need to do any of that. But the point is, like, that's how you do it faster. Like, if you're not accounting for recovery, obviously, especially if you're a natural, like, recovery is super important. But the main thing is just doing the reps a lot and iterating, volume of reps. And so to sort of conclude this video, I would just say, volume of reps of the things you want to do a lot of them. Take accountability for you being shit. Don't blame it on other people. The third thing, iteration. So like what is working and what isn't. Okay, cut this out, do that. But then the main thing of all is like 4 is like tracking. Actually track your shit. Like the data doesn't lie if you're tracking it honestly. And then the 5th one is do all of them, right? And it's that simple. And that's the parallels between business and the gym. Progressive overload. You have to just do it bit by bit by bit. You can make like big jumps sometimes, but for the most part, as long as you're just like slowly iterating, you will go up versus trying to make massive jumps every time or tiny little jumps, little hops, not even a jump. But yeah, hopefully this was helpful. If it was, leave a like, subscribe, and if you want to check out my Instagram, it's harryledbeater_. Yeah, I hope you found this one useful. I'll see you in the next one.